guys, we've told you in the past that there's a chance to get a Stanley autograph in one of the Ultimate Comics polybags. And I think that this is the one. So stay tuned at the end and see if it is.
It's Fantastic Comics and it's Tuesday night. First off, we have X-Men Legacy right over here. It's the third part of a story where Rogue is trying to rescue her X-Men friends that are in space. Also, we have a couple of Ultimate books that came out. We have Ultimate Spider-Man #2 and Ultimates #2. I find these to be very good books. And Jonathan Hickman's a good writer. Anyhow. Also, we have Thor finally finishing off the first part of Matt Fraction's storyline with Copiel, and I'm really looking forward to this. We got the Destroyer. Anybody that saw the movie. So anyway, it's all about Galactus and Silver Surfer, and we even have the Kid Loki. Also, if you're not reading Journey into Mystery, which comes out this week, that's a good series. Anyhow, let's go to Jeff.
Right over here, we have Voodoo, which is a Wildstorm character, but now it's in the new DC 52, and she's a stripper and very sexy, and I just skimmed through it a little bit, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why. I like magic, and there's no Zatanna anymore, or not her own title, so this is kind of going to replace that, so I'm looking forward to it. We also have Teen Titans. This is going to be awesome. Jeff doesn't think so, but I think it's going to be great.
Scott Laughton.
I think they're really going to try and... The problem with some of the titles I found in the past is they've just been stale, or they've been written for like the old timers.
And this guy's got a faux hawk.
And I think, and I think they're really going to try and make it more for like the younger generation, or whatever you want to say. But I think it's going to be really good and fast paced, and I think it's going to be a great book.
All right. So there you go. Also, finally, I've been saying it for a while that J. Jonah Jameson is going to get spider powers. So finally that's going to happen. Now it looks like Mary Jane is going to be getting them. Also, the first issue of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz came out. Scotty Young does the artwork on that. Eric Shanauer is the writer. Good stuff. And Kick-Ass #2, Volume 2, #4, I guess is what it is, comes out, and if you're a fan of the first, you should get it. We have all 4 issues, and let's talk to this guy.
Up here we have The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Men. I've read it, and it's good. It's a good start to the book. There's some bloody action in the beginning, and basically it's these two guys that don't get along. They're in high school, and they have some racial issues, I guess you could say. They're talking about, like, why don't we have any black friends, that kid? And not that he's racist. He's definitely not racist or anything like that, but they just, one's a jock and one's a smart guy, and they're the ones that are going to become the Firestorms. So it was really good. It's really good. It's going to lead into something that's going to be really great. So, yeah.
So, a little bit quicker now. FF. We've been ramping up to this story, and it took a little bit of a slow burn, but now it's really rolling along. Also, don't forget that Warren Ellis does Secret Avengers now. And in addition to that, we have Neil Adams doing a new Avengers .1 issue. And Abe Sapien, another Mike Mignola character. And one quick review, I read Brilliant by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley, and there's cursing in it, and there's kids that are going to college and are science nerds, and it seems that they have, it's more of a setting in the real world where they have figured out how to duplicate powers that they have seen in comic books, I guess, basically. Also, lastly, Elephant Man comes out this week. And we're going to be having a signing this weekend on Friday with the creator of it.
From 4 to 7 p.m. Justice League Dark. Justice League Dark is basically all the Magic characters. It's written by Peter Milligan, who I love. It's all the Magic characters in the DC universe. Everybody knows Superman can't deal with magic. So these are basically the Justice League that deals with all the magic in the world. So Anything that goes wrong with magically, they tap it. They're tapped to fix it. Flash. This is important, I believe. I haven't read it.
Funny.
I think this is important because if you've read friggin' Flashpoint, you know that he still remembers everything that happened in that, even though they're all laughing at me. Even though you're not supposed to, after you alter time, you're supposed to forget everything that happened, but he still remembered it at the end of that. So he still remembers the original world as well as the Flashpoint world, and they're in the new DC. So he has knowledge that other people don't have. I think it's going to be really important. And last but not least, All-Star Western.
Oh,
it's the same.
More too.
It's the same team that did Jonah Hex, and this is Jonah Hex in Gotham City in the 1860s. And I just want you to see the art. First of all, is beautiful, and it's just it's brutal. And Jonah Hex, and it's very cool. This guy's he's the inventor of Arkham Asylum. And
so this is in Gotham.
It's in Gotham, and this is him. This is all his dialogue talking about like Jonah Hex, and he's kind of like Arkham is kind of like the first like criminal pathologist. He's trying to figure out the mind of
And Mike says
the criminal
it's really
element.
good too.
It's really awesome.
Mike.
So yeah. And speaking of Mike,
Okay, so when you're done reading Aquaman, you should read Space Warp 3. And even though it's number 3, this is a Star Wars spoof, so you know exactly what's happening. So basically, this is like if Star Wars was a fantasy book. So instead of like spaceships and stuff, they have like animals that they ride on. And it's made by Europeans, so you have to forgive them. But it's really funny. It's got, you know, little crayon on Princess Leia. They all have different names, but that doesn't really matter to me. It's still Chewbacca. That's the Millennium Falcon. It's actually a bird. So but it's all very like friendly and funny. So yeah, they kiss, but then they're like, ew, gross. Oh my god. And he punches like the C-3PO guy when he wants to kiss him. So, yeah, look, bounty hunters. Dun dun dun. Alright, so I got that out of my system. Hey, tell me about the trades.
All right, so some trades or books that have come out today. We have the DC comic art of Brian Boland. If you don't know him, he did The Killing Joke and a ton of Wonder Woman covers and all sorts of really neat things. And that's enough. Oh, invisible covers, that's great. Also, Love and Rockets. It's the new ones that Fantagraphics puts out. And this is volume 4. I've got a few of them. Also, we have Alpha Flight, volume 2. I'm very excited about this because there hasn't been too many. The only collection has been the first one, and it has come out a few times, but there's never really been the second one. And in this one, an Alpha Flight member dies. And it's got great John Byrne art when he didn't phone it in all the time. Although, in the first one, there's the snow issue, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, also, Brian Ralph has a new book out. He's done some stuff in the past that I don't have in the store, so let's not talk about it. But he's a fun guy. And if you dig some wild stuff, I recommend it. Oh, and last but not least, I have Frank Miller's Holy Terror. And if you don't know about this, it was supposed to be a Batman story after 9/11 where he takes on Al-Qaeda, and I think ultimately would go after Osama bin Laden. And it's very typical looking as far as Frank Miller style books are concerned these days. And it has very similar Batman and Catwoman type characters throughout. And there's politicians.
What does it say in the beginning?
I don't know, what did it say in the beginning?
what's that first page say?
Alright, what does it say?
If you meet the infidel, kill the infidel. That's how he begins his book.
Oh, also there's some stuff right here.
We have a new shirt and a new toy. And this is Batman in black instead of blue like the other mini messages. It's the only way you can get it is in black is to get this.
Don't forget, we have a signing this Friday with the Houghton brothers who do Reed Gunther and Richard Starkings who does Elephant Man. And I do believe we have a little something we're going to be doing right now.
So, here's my Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. We stack things in 5, so some of them are turned around. They'll be up and then down. And I don't like it when they're down because they're not all the same. So usually what I do is I go here and I make sure they're all left. And when I did that, I swear I felt something else in there. So I think I have the autograph of Jim Stanley's autograph.
Here we go.
Here we go. And remember, it's my birthday on Thursday, so this is my birthday present. Because this is all we can afford. Is
You don't want to cut that open?
No, I don't.
You did it that way?
I don't want to cut the thing.
No wonder
that's
your
in it.
comics get ruined.
It's a poly bag. I already have it at home in good condition. I just want the autograph if it's in here. All right, here it is. Nothing's in there. It's already ruined because I dropped it.
I told you.
I didn't mean to drop it.
Oh, damn!
Oh man, I was right.
Oh, it's like, yeah, that's interesting that they do it that way. So you didn't ruin it. Excellent.
See, well, I ruined the comic anyway. So that's what it was, and I got the autograph, or we got the autograph.
Don't forget, every Wednesday, new comics.